Yeah.
Yep. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next class, and
Paladin.
oh no.
I love Paladin.
Oh god.
Why are you guys moaning?
Well, these cards are
Because we
just
looked at the
okay.
cards already.
All right.
I
So
think a lot of these cards are underrated, honestly.
okay. So we'll, I
But
guess
we'll get into that.
we'll have a little bit of discussion. I think we'll start with the quest once again.
Yeah, good idea. Just start with the quest every time.
You're gonna start with the quest. Okay, where's the quest at? No, it's not. Okay, the last Kaleidosaur. Cast 6 spells on your minions, and your reward is Galvadon. And the Galvadon is 5 mana, 5/5. This is Battlecry. Adapt 5 times.
5 times.
5 times.
Right.
I think the quest is a little awkward, but the reward you get for it is ridiculous. I think that's why I rate the quest fairly low, is because casting 6 spells on your minions means that you have to waste like at least 8 to 10 slots on spells that you want to buff your minions with, meaning that now a third of your deck is now buff spells and not removal. And
I'm okay with this.
and like the other like you'd have to divide up your deck with third removal, third with buff
Well, if
spells,
you're
and
running
like
this
third
kind
with
of deck,
minions.
I think if you're running a deck like this, you're not really trying to run much removal.
Right.
Like, well, Paladin doesn't have removal anyway. Like, you've got Palador and True Silver. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. But like, if you're running a deck like this, it's going to be more like
Consecration,
an
equality.
aggressive. I don't think you're running quality with this deck because you're going to be on the board. Like, equality has anti-synergy with your deck.
I mean, I guess.
I think this is going to be sort of like almost like a mid-range zoo-ish type of deck.
Right.
Because you're running like Blessing of Kings. You're probably running some of the spells that we're about to get into, like Adapt the Friendly Minion, and all of that. So,
Right.
I think it could be solid.
Okay. So I think it's a 2 out of 5, guys. I'm going to. What do you give it?
I'm gonna give it like a 3. I'm gonna give it 3 maybe.
Okay.
Maybe 4. Maybe a soft 4.
Moosey, what do you think?
I'm giving it a 1.
Oh,
I
you're
think
giving it a
this is
1?
Really?
bad.
Wow.
Really? It can't be that bad.
Like, it's forcing you to play cards that you don't want to play, and then it just ruins, like,
Sure.
your entire deck. Like, it's just not something you want.
Oh my
Like,
god.
If you
But, I
play
mean, you
this,
run
your
buffs
hand's
anyway,
terrible.
A lot of the buffs that are like some of the buffs here that we're gonna get are decent.
All right.
I mean, not really.
So
And Blessing of Kings and the Adapt card are the only ones you would want.
Blessing
Right.
is a good card.
do we still have the
Like,
game
besides
+3 attack
that,
and Divine
it's
Shield?
terrible.
Do we still have that card?
Shield Champion. I feel like it's TGT.
Oh no.
Yeah, it is.
Uh-oh. That's a really good card. Because otherwise because we have like Divine Strength is like another one. Like that's just kind of okay. And I mean, maybe it's good because it's a 1
I
mana
don't think
card.
Divine Strength. Yeah, if you're running the quest, I think you might even run Divine Strength, honestly.
I mean, so now we have like 6. We have like one that's like kind of okay, and then one that's good, and then another one that's good. But like we're losing like the best one, which is +3 attack and Divine Shield. Like that card's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
All right, so we're gonna. I think that explains pretty much all of our opinions. Guys is gonna be rating Paladin a little bit more than me and
I'm
Moosey.
very enthusiastic about this
Okay.
quest. I don't know how good
I
it'll
think
be,
it's
but I'm
just so
really
bad.
excited.
Okay,
I'm excited to try this.
I am super excited for the adapt 5 times because in Wild you can adapt 10 times, and I think that's ridiculous. That's bonkers. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And just
You
watch
see that
it go off.
disguised toast?
Yeah.
Just-
Oh my god.
Yeah, that
that's
was
so
great.
funny.
That was great.
But like adapting 5 times is still ridiculous. Like that's still really really good. But in order
Yeah.
to get there, you need to play whatever. We'll get to it. You've heard our opinions. We're not going to make this any longer than it has to be.
Yeah.
We're going to start off with this 1 mana card. It's called Adaptation, and it says very very straightforward. Adapt a friendly minion. I think this is the best adapt card to be playing. Honestly, the best buff card. Because like you can put this on
One of them,
anything.
yeah.
Like you could put this on a Ragnaros and give the Ragnaros Light Lord stealth, and then just like I get healed and get healed and get healed and get healed.
Wait, I don't think. Doesn't the stealth go away whenever the effect goes off?
Knows it?
No, it heals. It heals. It doesn't damage with light.
Oh, only damage things? Oh, okay. So you can just heal for 8 for the rest of the
You
game.
can't attack with it though.
Yeah.
Seems good.
You could also
Yeah.
you could also give your Tyrion like poisonous. Like that's really funny. Like
Yeah.
you could also
I feel like in a deck where you're running Adapt, though, you're probably not running Maybe Tyrion. I don't think I'm running Light Lord.
You could
Yeah.
play Wild Pyro into this
Poisonous.
on
Yeah, and the
Pyro
poisonous,
to get
yeah.
poisonous.
Yeah, and that's really
So-
funny.
That's only like, but you don't get that effect every time, so it's not a consistent
Yeah.
board clear.
Stealth is until your next turn from the adapt.
Yep. Okay, well.
Oh,
yeah,
stealth is only for the next turn, so you can't.
Yeah.
I guess I planned for that, so you can't stealth your Light Lord and just gain 8 every single turn for the rest of
Yeah.
the game.
Okay, but I think this is just okay. I think it's a 3 out of 5. I don't think it's anything super special, but I don't think it's like bad.
Well, it has synergy with the quest, right?
Yeah.
I think that's one reason why. Like, if you're running the quest, like this is just salt.
Mhm. Yeah. So,
So I think-
Yeah.
does
I don't
that
wanna
mean it's a
over-
4 out of 5 for you?
So no, I don't think it's a 4 out of 5. I still think
Okay.
it's a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moosey, anything
I mean,
else
I
to
think it's definitely
Oh,
good
okay.
in a bad deck.
add? So
I
it's
will show you.
It's
Aggro
a
Paladin.
3 out of 5.
Aggro
3 out of
Quest
5.
Paladin will be the new meta. I'm gonna bring that to DreamHack. I'm gonna. It's last year standing, right? I'm just gonna go
Luck.
undefeated with Paladin.
All right.
All right.
Can't wait to see that.
All right. Let's move on to the next card. Lost in the Jungle, 1 mana, summon 2 1/1 Silverhand recruits.
I don't think it's card.
I
Lim-
think this card is just okay. I think it's a 2.5. That's gonna be my odd kind of fringe rating for this card because there are scenarios where it's pretty sweet, like you have a Darkshire Steward of Darkshire and you're getting 2 1/1s with Divine Shield, and that's pretty sweet. And then you also have like a card that we're gonna see later in a little bit that also synergizes with this card, but like it's just worse living roots because it can't deal
Right.
2 damage. But like
Yeah.
you know,
And in the Paladin deck, the deal 2 damage is the part you want from Living Roots. Like,
yeah,
it gets
Is running
no
Paladin?
benefit from having tokens, really.
yeah.
What Paladin
so-
does?
I mean, the other thing is like we don't have Quartermaster and we don't have the Warhorse Trader anymore.
Wait, you say that Paladin doesn't have a benefit from having tokens?
Yeah, not really.
But half your deck is buffs. You want stuff on the board, right?
Well, yeah, but you only need 1 minion for
Yeah.
choose a buff.
And like,
Yeah, no,
you-
okay.
You
What I'm
just need
imagining,
power.
I'm imagining like you're like the kind of deck that they're pushing right now with these cards is sort of like an aggressive Zooish Paladin, and I feel like in that kind of deck, Lost in the Jungle is a pretty decent card
okay.
Yeah.
because
So-
it adds
so-
more buff targets to your board. It adds more, It's just gas.
Okay. So, Moosey, what do you think? What is your rating?
I don't really think this is a great card for the kind of direction Paladin wants to go. But I guess guys disagrees. Like,
I disagree.
All right. So I'm gonna.
you don't need tokens.
So what do you
in
want? You
this
want a
deck.
2 or a 1? Where are we putting you at?
2.
A 2. Okay. Guys, where are we keeping you at a 3?
I'm giving it a 3.
You're
I
giving it a
don't
3?
think it's. I think it's decent to push like the aggro Paladin or the
Right.
quest Paladin, right? But I don't think it's. It might not make the cut.
Right. I don't know. I'm seeing this as like, because I'm thinking of like the other cards. Like you have the 1 mana 2/1 that like Death Rattle gives something Divine Shield, or you
Yeah,
have
that
Argent
card's-
Squire. Like there are a
Yeah.
couple better 1-drops that you could be playing.
Yeah.
And
Plus,
plus,
better cards for sure.
and like you could also like still play like small time recruits, and you can still get a bunch of better 1-drops off of this. Like it's just okay, which is why I give it a 2.5. Like if you put it in a very specific deck, it's very good. But like if you don't, then it's just like okay, like it's not that great. We're gonna move on to the next card. It's a 2 mana 2/2 Hydralist, and it's a battle cry. Discover a secret. This
That's
is
a Paladin secret,
Yeah,
right?
I'm fairly certain that's a Paladin secret.
Yeah, it is. You can only discover class cards.
Yeah, this is like a 2 or maybe a 1 for me. Like Paladin secrets are. I am going to go on the record right now and say Paladin secrets have always been bad. They're always just awful.
All right.
And the only reason
can't
that they're
disagree.
good is that you use them in tandem with each other. Right? That's the reason why they cost 1 mana, and the reason why Mysterious Challenger was so good is because he put all the secrets into play. And when you use Redemption, Avenge, and Get Down, and was it the Competitive Spirit together, like that's a really good combo. Like all of them together. But like if you don't have all of them together, then you're just playing a shitty secret. Like Avenge was the best secret that was played by itself. Great, awesome, but you can't get Avenge off of this unless you're in Wild. So it's a 1 out of 5. Like,
I actually think this card's pretty good. Like, which is surprising because I hate Paladin right now. But okay, so the easiest card to compare this to is Dark Peddler, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's slightly worse than Dark Peddler, but slightly worse than Dark Peddler is still pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know, because Dark Peddler is just... Yeah. Okay.
Okay, like, secrets are usually something you don't want to include in your deck, but, like, they could be valuable in certain situations, which this card allows for you to, like, find one that you specifically want in a certain scenario.
Right. So
that's also good. Plus, like, if you're playing a buff Paladin, like with the Smuggler's Run and things like that, the hand buff, you don't want to have a lot of spells, so this kind of is a spell without having to have a spell in your hand, right?
Right.
So, like, you buff this, and then you can play it for the secret, and then you get your
Getaway Kodo
spell for whatever you need without having to actually include a spell in your deck. So it makes your hand buff cards better.
Okay, I see that. So what
so
are you giving it?
I think it's definitely playable.
Is it 3 out of 5
I'd give
for you?
it, like, yeah, 3 out of 5, just because, like, Paladin still sucks.
All right. Amar, anything else to add?
Yeah. There's a Murloc tag on that card.
Oh. Yeah.
That is true.
That is true.
So, I mean, I don't know how relevant that's going to be, but, I mean, you've got that Vilefin Inquisitor. This can be... Okay, I mean, Murloc Paladin's never... Like, Murloc Aggro Paladin's never going to be that good. Okay. But if it somehow is good, this card's probably... You're probably running this card in that deck.
Okay, so what are you giving it, a 2? Were you giving it a 2 out of 5?
Yeah, I'm still gonna give it a 2. It's just mediocre. Like, that's the only time I can see it being good.
Yeah, I mean...
It could be good in a Zoo-ish Paladin deck, but I mean...
I don't know. I feel like the only time where I want like a secret for a Murloc deck is like Competitive Spirit, but like Competitive Spirit is rotating out. Like I could see like
that's CGT.
I could see like Redemption or maybe Getaway Kodo for like an additional Battle Cry trigger on some of the Murlocs, but like this is just okay.
Yeah.
It's
generally the secrets aren't that useful.
Yeah, it's just bad. I just immediate dust. So here is definitely a card we're definitely going to have some disagreements on. Is it 4 mana 3/4 Light Fused Stegodon? Battlecry, adapt your Silver Hand recruits. I think this card is a 3 out of 5, but the problem I want to give it like a 2.5 because in the deck where you're playing a lot of Silver Hand recruits, it's great, it's awesome. But in the deck where you're just using your hero power, it's just kind of okay. Like,
well, the hero power is Silver Hand recruits, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm saying
you use your hero power, you buff your dudes, you play this, you win the game.
I mean, easy. But that requires you to use your hero power over multiple turns. I'm talking like if you had used like Lost in the Jungle or maybe Stand Against Darkness and then played this card.
Yeah.
Like then it's like bonkers. It's just really good. Like holy crap, you just made like a 3/4 and like 5 3/1s or like 5 Divine Shield or 5 Poisonous or 5
or 2/2s, whatever they might be.
Yeah, like there's like a lot of really good things that you could be giving the Silver Hand recruits, but like if your turn 3 was hero power and your turn 2 was hero power and your opponent didn't trade with your 1/1s and then you play a 3/4, like that's just okay. Like
yeah,
I
think this card's bad. I don't know how often you're gonna have Silver Hand recruits on the board for this card to work.
Yeah.
It's very similar to Quartermaster, but the only reason Quartermaster was ever run was because you had Muster.
Yeah.
And you don't have Muster anymore, so this card wouldn't be good either.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, if Muster is still in the game, you muster into this.
Oh my god, that's really good. And then you can Quartermaster the next turn.
Yeah.
And you just have Steward of Darkshire as well. Like that seems like a sweet wild deck, but this is standard, and this card is just okay. It's like mediocre and then okay at best.
What if you get this off of your if you're playing Hunter, you get this off of your 1/1? That would kind of suck.
That would suck. Oh my god, that'd be awful. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna move on to another just very, very bad card.
I don't think this card is bad.
Spike Ridge Steed.
This is a big theme with Paladin here. Bad cards.
Oh my god. Spike Ridge Steed
insane.
Is a 6 mana spell. Give a minion +2/+6 and taunt. When it dies, summon a Stegodon, and a Stegodon is a 4 mana. I think it's right below. Yeah, there it is. It's 4 mana 2/6 with taunt.
That's actually an an individual card itself.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, that's also actually like another card. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
So-
is just a giant sludge belcher, right? His weak's just like silence, but
Yeah,
it's
so
just
it's
a
all every
huge
buff.
sludge belcher.
Yeah.
I think it's worse than Sludge Belcher.
I mean, if you're comparing stuff to sludge belcher, that's a pretty high bar.
Yeah.
But it's just like you turn a minion into a big sludge belcher.
Okay.
Okay, so you
I'm
think
picturing
like a
this to
6
be-
mana 3/7, right? If
Yeah.
you get it off on your hero power.
Yeah. It's
Like-
an 8
Yeah.
mana 3/7 that summons a 2/6 when it dies.
I mean, ideally, you're not playing this on the same turn you're hero powering. Ideally, you already have the board and you're playing this.
Yeah. Or I'm just thinking about its worst case scenario. Its worst case scenario, it's
Yeah.
a 3/7 that summons a 2/6 when it dies. I mean, both have taunt, so you end up getting at least like 13 health. So it's
Yeah.
like not like a 1 from me because of that. But I feel like even in the deck where you're buffing stuff, like this is way too much mana. Way too much.
Yeah,
It might
when
be.
are you gonna find the mana to play this?
Yeah, and
When
like,
you're on turn 6.
isn't there?
Um,
There has to be something better to be playing for turn 6.
yeah, like you're only
Like
gonna. This card's only
Mysterious
gonna be good
Challenger.
against aggro decks, and like if you're playing this on turn 6 because they didn't clear your board, like
Then you stabilize and you win against the aggro.
yeah, but either you were already ahead because you have a board, or they already killed you. Like
Okay. So
I
I
don't
think
know.
Peter. I think what Peter's trying to say is that this is a win more card. This card is
Yeah.
really
I don't think
super
it
cool.
is.
I think.
I mean,
and
if
he's
I'm
saying
buff,
this is a win
if
more
I've
card.
got a
I think that
I
if
gotta-
I'm running this in the
Sorry,
quest
go
deck, I don't run more than 1 because it's 6 mana. Like 6 mana to buff something, like that's really expensive. Like I could.
I don't know, man. The buff is pretty great though. Like if you get
Okay.
this, if you like have some semblance of a board against the aggro deck, and you just slam this card on a minion, then your opponent's sweating. They're like, oh man, that's 2 taunts I have to get through.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
but I mean it's only 3 attack. You don't really care too much.
Yeah, but you don't. I mean, if you're talking about against aggro, I mean, sludge belcher is only going to be attacked. Sludge belcher is also costless.
Yeah,
but I
but
mean,
if you have the ability to get this off against aggro, then they already lost. So
I don't think
I
that's
think
true.
I think that's what Guiyze is trying to say here. That this is the win condition. Like the second you buff up anything against
Yeah.
an aggro deck, like you just won. And
And,
Moosey's just saying that this is a win more card. Like if you're against an aggro deck, like you're probably playing Consecration against them anyway and clearing their board. So by the
Okay,
time
I
you
think
play
we're
this
thinking
card,
about, like,
okay,
different
ratings.
types of decks here.
We can argue about
I
this
give
card
this a
forever.
3.
You give us a 3. Peter, what are you giving
Yeah.
it?
2.
2. Okay.
But let me say something real quick. I think we're like thinking about different types of decks here. Like I'm thinking about like a board control Zoo Paladin is the
Okay.
kind of deck that I'd run all of this stuff in, like the buffs and stuff.
Okay.
In a control Paladin deck, I think on turn 6 you can do better stuff like Ivory Knight. But you're not running Ivory Knight in your Zoo Paladin deck.
You can also
You're running
discover
decks.
this off of Ivory Knight, and then it'll be very
You can.
obnoxious the next turn.
You can't, yes.
All right, so we're gonna move on. Okay, so that's the Stegodon, and we have oh my god, this card.
This card's
skip this
garbage.
card.
This is 7 mana 4/3 weapon. It is after you attack, summon 2 1/1 silver hand recruits. This card's a 1.
I don't see how this card's ever good.
I
just
think
seems
it's
bad.
Is it a 1 from Elvis? Like
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is
this
the
is
worst card
just
I've ever
awful.
seen.
Like, who at 7 mana you're giving me something that's worse than Ashbringer, and
I mean, Ashbring is a pretty high bar, to be fair.
I mean, okay, yeah. To be fair, yeah. Okay, so Gore Howl then. Gore Howl is a similar mana cost.
Yeah,
And it's
okay,
not
sure,
legendary. Okay, so we're comparing this to Gore Howl, and this doesn't kill the same amount of things as Gore Howl, the same number
I don't
of things
think
as
you should
Gore Howl,
compare it to
and then
Gore
its
Howl
attack
to
effect
Gore
is like worse than Stand Against Darkness. Like I could get Stand Against Darkness and get more value out of this card than Vine Cleaver.
Yeah, this
I
card's
think
awful.
I'd rather run Magma Rager.
Yeah, Magma Rager. Wow, that's
I feel like people are still going to try this card just for memes.
Yeah.
And maybe it's sleeper OP. We don't know.
maybe.
But
I don't know. I'm
My
putting it
first
at a 1.
impression is this card's garbage.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
putting it at a 1, maybe a 2 at best. I'm just gonna give it a 1 because this card,
Yeah.
it just seems really bad. Like 4 attack, like for 7 mana, like at that point, like is there anything worth killing that you haven't already killed that has 4 health?
Also, Drake's rotating out, so the 4 attack
Yeah.
loses its main
Nice.
target.
We have True Silver Champion that does the same amount of damage and gives
Yeah,
you more
that's
value.
very true.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
And
this
then
is a
this
really
only
slow card.
this only has one more toughness. Like that's it. One more durability.
Yep.
That's really it.
True
Pretty
Silver
mediocre.
is far
Alright.
better.
All right, this card's garbage. We're moving on.
Yeah,
Primal
yeah.
Fin
Just
Champion.
delete this.
Primal Fin Champion, 2 mana, 1/2. It's a Murloc. It says Death Rattle. Return any spells you cast on this minion to your hand. I think this is the best card to run in the quest deck, hands down.
I agree.
Nothing else. I think that's the only reason it's a 3 from me. I don't think it's a 4 or a 5. I think it's just a 3.
So here's a game plan, right? You play this on 2. You just keep on buffing it. You pray your opponent has no silence. You play the Stegadon card thing on turn 6.
Oh my god!
And then they finally kill your thing. They Siphon Soul it, or I don't know, whatever they do.
Yeah.
And then
you
get
Stegadon
you fill
the
your
Stegadon.
hand up. Yeah, and then you just buff up the Stegadon. Exactly.
Yeah.
You have the right idea.
All right. So I think this is a 3 out of 5 for both me and Guys. Peter, what do you think?
I think it's a 4. I think if you're running Paladin.
Okay.
I mean 4s will see play, right? If you're running Paladin, you're running this card.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide. I guess I'd give it a 3. Like it's a conditional draw card, 2 mana, 1/2. Like it's not terrible, and it counts towards your quest. So
right. Okay.
Like
I
mean, I still think buffs are bad, but if you're gonna play buffs, this card's pretty good in it.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna move on. Dino Size, 8 mana. Set a minion's attack and health to 10.
Okay.
This
card's hilarious.
This card's hilarious, but I don't know if I want to spend 8 mana to do this. I think I'd rather play Ragnaros or Tyrion. Oh, and
Is that
I mean, you just play Tyrion on A. You don't play this card.
Like I think this is a 1. Like it seems so cool. Like you could put it on the spend 10 mana and make the Murloc a 10/10, right? Like that seems great, but like.
Yeah, I think I'd just play Tyrion over that.
Yeah, I think I like.
Well, here's
Tyrion
the thing,
over.
right?
Okay.
If you already have a min on the board, you can just play this card and dome your opponent for 10. Just get in there, and your opponent's
get in there.
Your opponent's like shiver, like they're like, what do? I just got hit for 10.
Yeah.
That's a 10/10 Silverhand recruit.
Yeah.
And they're just rooting their pants,
Blast
and they're just like
Crystal
Yeah, and then it just dies. But
Blast Crystal Potion. Goodbye. Vaporize.
If you already have a board, it can get in for 10. It's pretty nice. I still think it's a horrible card, but I mean, I'm just gonna look at the upside here.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
it's just worse than Pyroblast.
Okay. So.
Well,
guys,
it could be better Pyroblast if you have a minion already. It's better than Pyroblast. If you don't, then it's just.
Oh yeah, if you're winning.
I have a
it's better than
taunt minion.
Pyroblast.
This card is
But if
now
you
a
have
dead
no-
card.
If you have no minions though, like if you have no minions on the board, you've already lost.
Yeah.
So this is a 1 more card. Yeah.
At worst, it's a 2-turn Pyroblast. Like, but at best, it's 8 mana Pyroblast.
1 turn Pyroblast.
Yeah.
That's just on the board. It's an
So
8 mana
I think-
Pyroblast. That's on the board.
So Peter,
If
what
that
is your
matters.
rating for this? Because I'm going to assume
definitely
Guys is a
1.
2. Okay.
I think it's a 2.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna try this card.
Okay.
It seems fun, but it seems horrible.
And Sunkeeper Tarim. I think this card is amazing. I think this card is like a 4 out of 5 easy. This card is a 6 mana 3/7 taunt. Battle cry, set all other minions attack and health to 3. 4 minions need to trade into this in order to kill it. And every single
3.
minion that attacks it dies.
It's 3 minions, right?
No, it's 7. No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
3. I can't add. I was thinking for some reason that they had 2 attack. I don't know why.
Right.
I was thinking like 3 + 3 + 3 is 6. No.
Yeah, I don't hate this card actually. You can just play it.
What is it good against?
Well, I'm not thinking about what it's good against. I'm thinking about how you can use it aggressively because it buffs your minions too.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how big your board is. Like, if you've got a bunch of big minions, you don't want to play this card. But if you got small minions, then you just play this card. Your whole board gets buffed, and you just.
Right. So it's good. It's good. Like I think about it like it's good in the sense that it's good defensively, in the
It's
sense
good
that like
offensively too, depending on your board.
so it's good offensively half the time, and it's good defensively most of the time. And
All right,
I think this is a fairly decent. So that's why I'm giving it a 4 out of 5.
I would give it like a 3, maybe
Okay.
2.
I think I'd agree. 3.
Like, if you think about it, like, if you're using this offensively, it's a win more card again, just like most of the cards in this set for some
I mean,
reason.
isn't it buff? Isn't just every buff a 1 more card?
Pretty much, yeah. Which is why buffs.
But
are
that's how
good.
you win. You got to buff, right? That's how Paladin. That's how you win with this kind of deck.
Yeah, but that's just why this deck's bad. Anyway, if you use it defensively, like what? It's not amazing against aggro. Like
Yeah.
it's okay.
It's
but
probably
there's
bad
other
against
cards.
aggro. You could probably buff their board.
Yeah, you're more likely to buff their cards, especially if they're like a shaman. Then you buff their totems.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you're versing a mid-range deck, they
Yes.
don't care at all about this because they'll just like build a bigger board faster than you can with jades.
Right.
And
If
then
you get
just
against
kill you.
Jades, they make a bunch of Jades. You just play this, and then
Well, yeah, but then they just play more jades, and you don't get anywhere.
you can buy. I don't know what kind of deck.
It can buy you a turn, but that's it.
If anything was still in the game, I think it would be decent. But there is no anything.
And against
I'm not
control, it
sure.
does nothing. So,
No, I got to control a buffs your guys.
um,
Well, I guess
Yeah, but
it
they'll
all
board
depends
clear
on
you
how your
anyway.
it all depends on how your deck is built. Because if you're building like a buff deck, like if you have a bunch of small minions, like I've been saying, if you're playing like an aggro zoo paladin kind of thing, this could be okay because it just gives you a bunch of 3/3s. It turns your 1/1 into 3. Well, ideally you don't have 1/1.
And it curves right
I don't
after
know.
Stand Against
That's hard.
Darkness. Just saying. Like that's
Yeah,
five
that's true.
3/3s.
I don't think we're running Stand Against Darkness, but if you are, you play that into this,
Yeah.
chillin'.
Yeah.
Quartermaster.
Yeah, Quartermaster. Yeah, we found him. We found him, boys. This is where
He's back.
Quartermaster went. He's back, and he
Yeah.
looks super cool now, and he's legendary. All right. So I think the overall consensus is that we think this is a fairly decent card. We just don't know if it's going to be like the greatest thing ever,
I-
but
I
it's
feel like
definitely
it is
not
being
a
better than
staple.
other cards.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it really depends on how you build your deck. It's kind of tough to evaluate.
Yeah, I think just for me, like I don't really see a lot of other things that it could be playing in the 6-drop slot, which is why this is also I rate it fairly high. But
Oh, you're playing the Segadon buff thing on the 6-drop slot, aren't you?
yeah.
maybe. All right.